We're live. Hello. Hello there, guys. How are we all doing? Welcome back to another live stream. I was on time today, which is a rare occasion. I'll just give it a couple of minutes just so you can all join in, and then we'll get into things. If you have joined already, give this stream a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. It's greatly appreciated, and it shows your appreciation. We're going to be talking all things, that pile-up crash that I was involved in, last week, Saturday. We're going to be talking about that today. We're going to be giving you all a bit of an update and let you know kind of what the situation is with regards to the insurance, injuries, things like that, and kind of let you know what is going on with what's going on with the car, with Project KFC, because I'm sure you're all interested to know that first and foremost. So yes, guys, get some comments, get some questions in. If you have just joined, give it a big thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And we'll get into things. Let us know who we have in here as well. Give us a quick hello, hi, where you're watching from, and all that good stuff. Just give you a couple of minutes and then we'll get into things. Okay. Looking all good. Let's make sure. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to do. I can see 6 of you have liked so far. Guys, it's not good enough. Every one of you should be hitting that like button. We have 18 of you in here right now, so that should be 18 likes. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Wrong button. There we go. Should be sorted. All right then, guys, how are we all doing? So let's talk what is going on then. So as you know, a lot of you should know at this point, I was involved in a pretty nasty car accident on Saturday. Obviously, I uploaded the video on it, showing some footage, the aftermath of the car, kind of showing you and explaining to you what happened. And obviously, when I made that video, that was literally less than an hour after it happened. Well, less than an hour after getting home. And I felt pretty fine, making that video. It wasn't until 48 to 72 hours after that I was actually started getting some pain. So I've had a pain in my mid to lower back, and I've had a pain in my upper back and kind of all up here. And basically, I think I've been suffering with whiplash. I did contact my doctor today, and they said to go and get checked out because you may have fractured a bone. You may have fractured, part of your spine essentially. So I went and got checked out. Had to sit in A&E for a good few hours, which was fun as always. And then they checked me out. They said, "Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt?" I said, "No, not really." So they said, "Okay, chances are you haven't fractured a bone. It's just whiplash, so you should be fine. Just take some painkillers," which I won't because I don't take painkillers. Not if I can help it anyway. I like to kind of know what's going on with my body rather than just numb the pain, but that's just me. Pretty stupid, probably. I'm here. I'm well. I'm all good. Just probably got some whiplash. Pretty similar story with my girlfriend as well. girlfriend. She's going to hate me for saying that. With my fiance, soon to be wife. Yes, we're getting married in less than a week's time. She had, lower to mid back, neck, and then she also had some bruising actually on her chest from the seatbelt. I don't think I had the bruising from the seatbelt, but she's probably possibly slightly worse than me. So yeah, we're all going to be okay. I think the people in the other cars, hopefully they're going to be okay as well, of course. The car, on the other hand, though, I do have some news. Well, for those that thought Project KFC would be wrote off, you would be right. Yes, of course it's going to be wrote off. In terms of damage, what's actually sort of wrong with the car? So I'll go through all the kind of body panels. It damaged the front bumper, front bonnet. Front bonnet, is there a rear bonnet on a BMW? I don't know. Bonnet, front bumper. I'm guessing crash bar / slam panel. Usually get that all as one piece. Probably the rad pack. I don't think it's affected the coolant radiator, but I know the AC condenser was already, is smashed, which I know there's no gas in the system anyway, so I'll probably need a new condenser anyway. And then on the rear, I'm fairly sure it's just the tailgate, which is dented slightly, rear bumper, and then the exhaust. The exhaust is like really far forward. So I don't know if it's bent, but when I start the car up, it's like a really loud exhaust rattle. So obviously I need to get the car up in the air and have a look what's going on with that. But yeah, the car's been wrote off again, essentially. So I think it's now going to be a category N. So it was already a Cat S, but now it's going to have, now it's been wrote off again. It's going to have a category N next to its name as well. So yeah, all good stuff. Project KFC. What am I planning on doing with the car after it's been wrote off? So I have been offered a settlement. I was offered a price to, for them to just take the car away and, basically take it out of my hands and for them to just pay out the full amount for the car. And then I was also offered a figure if I was to just keep the car and then they just pay me out. So I decided that I didn't want to get rid of the car. It's a very good, brilliant daily driver, really. I use it for everything. It's cheap to run, cheap to tax, cheap to insure, all the rest of it. So I thought I want to keep the car. I've spent quite a bit of money on it as well. So I thought I'd just keep the car and fix it up. And usually it is the case that you can fix up the car for quite a bit less than what the difference is between how much it's worth and how much they're going to essentially give the car back to you for. So yeah, I should come out ahead in the short term with the car. But I think over the next 3 to 5 years, my insurance premiums will go up because I'll have a non-fault claim against my name. Or for those that don't know as well, the driver that was at fault, he admitted full liability. So yeah, I don't think anyone's claiming on my insurance or anything like that, which is good, of course. But yeah, that's kind of the situation at the moment. Obviously, waiting to get my payout, and then we can strip the car down, see exactly what is wrong with it, and then I guess start ordering parts. So who is looking forward to Project KFC Rebuild Part 2? You saw when I bought the car, you saw kind of what state it was in. You saw all the work that I had to do to it, new clutch kit, new flywheel. What have we done to it? What have we done? Water pump, thermostat housing. We've done EGR delete. We've done DPF delete, or do already had a DPF delete. It may have already done. We're doing quite a bit to the car. I'm sure there's a lot more than what I'm forgetting, but yeah, we're doing quite a bit to the car. Oil filter housing, gaskets. So yeah, we're doing quite a bit to it, and obviously now it needs a whole bunch more work. So who's looking forward to seeing some videos on that car? I don't know when it will be. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get around to doing it because, as I mentioned earlier, I'm getting married next week. Yes, next week. I'm getting married in 6 days' time. So yeah, ideally I want to have a bit of time off. I'm trying to get videos filmed over the next couple of days. Although I am pretty busy on the weekend, having a little stag do on Sunday. So yeah, I basically got tomorrow, which tomorrow again is a very busy day because I'm actually heading somewhere to get some work done on the Porsche Boxster S. So I don't know when I'm going to get this work done, but yes, obviously get married next week. Then want to have a bit of time off, and then we'll probably get back to working on it maybe the week after. I don't know. I'm not too sure what's going on with the honeymoon yet. So we will wait and see, I suppose. I'm going to get some of your comments now because I can see if you have left some comments. So I'm interested to see what you're all saying. As I mentioned earlier, if you have not already done so, hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Don't be shy. Right. 26 of you in here. That should be at least 26 likes. Some of you are being shy, I can tell. Right. Hope you're fixing KFC. Christian, you've heard the good news. We are planning on fixing KFC. Obviously, we still don't know the extent of the damage yet. I could remove the bumpers and find out it's a hell of a lot worse than what I first thought. I can't even get the bonnet open at this point, so I have no idea what the engine looks like. It does still run though, which is good. I don't think it's leaked oil out. Story, yeah, okay. Okay. New Zealand says hello. How's it going, Big Brian Browse? Big Brian Browse? Big Bryce Brown. How's it going? Hi from Harrogate. How's it going, Keith? Hope you're well. You probably got off lightly. Good to get checked out. I damaged my wrist from steering wheel impact, not to mention airbag in the face. Yeah, to be honest, I was lucky that the airbags didn't go out didn't go off because that would have caused a lot more problems. You'd be okay. Did you have step back protection on your policy? What is step back protection? Is that no claims? Protected no claims. If so, I didn't, but my no claims shouldn't be affected, to be honest, because I was not at fault. I look forward to the rebuild. Turn a negative into a positive. Very true. Wow, congratulations. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I assume you mean on the wedding. Awesome. Congratulations. Take time off. Look after yourself, plus the fiance. Yes, I will try to do just that. Shane, how's it going? He says, hello there. How's it going, Shane? Hope you're well. As I mentioned, guys, if you have not already done so, hit the thumbs up button. Let us know where in the world you're all watching from. I'm interested to know. Here's a question for all you guys then. If you was in my position, if you was in your position and let's say you didn't do YouTube for a living, if you had the choice, if you owned Project KFC and you was offered two options, would you get rid of the car, get full payout, or would you keep the car and fix it yourself, but get a smaller payout? Let us know. Now, in terms of the difference in how much they're paying out, I think it was around £500. So I can't remember the exact figures that they're paying out yet, and I want to wait until they do, because obviously nothing's finalised until they do pay out. But I believe it's around £500 difference. So basically, I can keep the car for £500 essentially. Yeah, let me know what you would do in that situation. Would you just get, because a lot of people are saying, oh, this might be a good opportunity to get rid of the car, and like, I never wanted to do that. Obviously, I bought the car with a sole purpose of putting a bunch of miles on it, and I've done just that. I think in the last, I don't know, year and a tiny bit, I've put like 18,000 miles on it, something ridiculous like that. So Bryce says he got a full payout on his E61 and moved on. Yeah, and you probably was right to do that, Bryce. Like you said, airbags have gone out. Once the airbags have gone off, it's a completely different story. And not to mention as well, your car was a clean car. Project KFC, it's a beta daily driver. So, you know, I'm kind of not bothered that it's wrote off again, and that it's never going to be perfect again, because it was never perfect in the beginning. So yeah, like I said, if it was to happen to say like the 130i, the 760 Ally, or even the Boxster S, then I would have been upset. But it's kind of a blessing, really, that it happened. It sounds so stupid. It's a blessing that was in a car crash. No, it's kind of fortunate that it was in the KFC mobile, because yeah, when I bought the thing, it already had pretty rough front and rear bumpers. Granted, it didn't have all the damage it does now, but it was already in pretty rough shape, and I was fine with that because it was cheap, it was cheerful, and it done the job. So yeah, I'm kind of not really that upset about it, if I'm being honest. I guess I'm trying to look at the positives at this point. Alvin is from Drogheda in Ireland. Very nice. I'm from Warrington in the UK. I've been watching you for a while now. I think I started when you had the Silver Corsa, the 2006, I think, and been watching since then. Oh, shame. What a legend. That was some years ago now. It's got to be 2018, 6 years ago or so, something like that. Keith says he's good. Of course, yeah. We already read that one. Full payout because it's quicker. Yeah, that's true. It is quicker. You can just get the car gone and then move on. However, I mean, I think that would make sense. I think it would make sense to get a full payout. Like I said, if it's a decent car and if it's a car that has a significant value. I mean, if you have a car that, say, let's say you have a car that's worth £10,000. It gets wrote off, you get £10,000. You could pretty much replace it for £10,000. Whereas, because realistically, my car was probably worth, I don't know. I don't like to put values on things because it's what someone's willing to pay for it realistically. But let's say it's somewhere around £2,000. I don't think I'd be able to replace that car for £2,000 with all the work done to it. Bear in mind, I've done the clutch kit and I've done the flywheel on it. I don't want to ever have to do that again on the floor. That was an absolute nightmare. If just for the parts alone, you're talking £600 to £700. So if I was to buy another E91, bear in mind it was quite difficult to find one in that spec, because the one that I bought, I wasn't bothered about, I wasn't bothered about M Sport or, sport anything really. I just wanted a daily driver. I did want one though that was in the very cheap tax bracket, which I think is £30 or £35 for the year. and I wanted one that had the CICI drive because it's actually quite rare to get a 2010 E91 with the CICI drive. A lot of them don't even come with the iDrive. So, yeah, it's quite difficult to find that car. And as I mentioned, I've done quite a bit of work to it. I've put new wheels on it. It's got decent tyres. I've pretty much sorted the common problems. The timing chain's already been done on it from the previous owner. So, like, if I was to buy another E91 with like the £2,000 that I have, probably gonna have to spend like £2,000 on it, just getting it back to sort of the state that this is in. Granted, it might be in better cosmetic shape, but mechanically, well, that's where the money is, right? And that's what's important on a daily driver. You want it to be mechanically sound. Yeah, it would just wouldn't have worked out. So, I've completely forgot. Obviously, it's been tuned by Darkside Developments as well. Yeah, I never would have wanted to lose this car. We're pretty close to 200,000 miles in it, so I think it's got 100,000 miles easily left in it, maybe another 200,000 miles. So, yeah, no plans to get rid of it. Gonna fix it up, maybe improve it slightly as well. We shall see. A few people have said, "Oh, why don't you add a few M Sport bumpers to it now?" Which I may do that. I'm not too sure yet. I'm pretty sure it does have sport suspension, whether or not that's M Sport suspension, but I'm pretty sure it's classed as a sport wagon. So I'm fairly confident that means it comes with sport suspension. So we could maybe do a few tasty upgrades while we are repairing it at the same time. Gerard is from the Netherlands. How's it going, Gerard? Going to be 2 years out of pocket. Why is that, Alvin? I'm assuming you mean from the insurance premium increases. In which case, yes, you are probably right, but I'm not sure how much it's going to be affected by. Obviously, I'll now have a claim, but it's a non-fault claim, and it's not against me. I don't think I should be losing my no claims bonus. I'm like 99.9% confident I won't be losing my no claims bonus. I don't think I'll be getting a no claims from this year, but I should still have 7 years. And then I guess from next year, I can start building them up even more. So, yeah, I don't think it should go up too much. Bear in mind, next year as well, I'll be 30, so that should make it drop down quite a bit. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be too bad with the premium increases. With Project KFC, is there not an emergency release for the bonnet, or can you take the fenders off? Can you take the fenders and front bumper off without having to access to get to bonnet? To be honest, I don't know. I try because I think there's like it's not like a cable. It's like I think it's like the bonnet release hook kind of goes behind these two. I don't know what you call them, pins or wires. That's all mangled and bent at the front, so I can't, for the life of me, get the bonnet release hook from behind that. I think I'll probably just take the bonnet's damaged, so it doesn't really matter how we get it open. I could just take an angle grinder to it. I'm not too sure at this point. So yeah, we just need to get it open and get it removed, really. It doesn't really matter. I could just try and force it open, I guess, just pry it open. But yeah, I don't think there's a emergency release for the bonnet, if I'm being honest. That's right. What's right, Alvin? I forgot, sorry. If they give you a full payout and a damage shell for free, it's worth doing. I mean, they're not going to give you a full payout and a damage. Like I said, I'm pretty sure in my case the difference is about £500. So, I mean, there should be at least £500 worth of parts on my car, like easily, right? Like the engine's got to be worth £500 at least. So that's sort of the thinking behind it. Wheels, £200 easily. So yeah, that was sort of the thinking behind the decision that I made. Big ups, George. As a new BMW owner, I would like to say BMW really like to obfuscate maintenance at home. They really want those parts, though. They really want those parts, center, and service costs. Yes, they do. That is one of the biggest ways that they actually earn money. Manufacturers, they want the service costs, they want the repeat business of you keep going back year upon year. But in actual fact, I find BMWs are quite easy to maintain at home. Obviously, you've seen the near on 1,000 videos that I've made so far on pretty much BMWs, and yeah, I think for the most part they're quite ergonomical. Is that a word? They're quite easy to work on, I think, compared to a lot of other manufacturers. I mean, just take the location of the oil filter. Generally on BMWs, it's right there on the top. Other manufacturers are very unforgiving when it comes to that. They're like usually tucked up somewhere next to the exhaust manifold. So you start the engine up to get the oil nice and warm, but then your hand is like hotter than the sun trying to take the oil filter off. So yeah, I think BMW, I think they're relatively okay to work on, if I'm being honest. Like I think they're designed with the end user in mind. And I must say, I found Porsche. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching my Porsche videos. Porsche are very thoughtful when it comes to their maintenance, because a lot of the jobs on that car are very easy to do. I had to remove one of the headlights on it yesterday because I had to replace one of the bulbs. And it takes, to remove the headlight, takes literally like 20 seconds. Now, do that on something like a BMW, and it's quite difficult to do. You have to obviously remove probably 5 or 6 screws, and then you have to try and angle it out, not scuff the bumper, bonnet, or wing. Whereas on the Porsche, it literally just slides straight out. So yeah, Porsche definitely thinking about their end user when it comes to maintenance. It depends. If you can replace KFC with an identical car for the money they're prepared to pay. Yeah, see, this is what I was saying. I don't think, with the payout that I've been offered, I don't think I would be able to replace it. Like I said, you're not going to get, a car for, you're not going to get an E91 for a couple of grand that's just had a new clutch kit and flywheel, because nobody's going to want to sell a car that's just had a new clutch kit and flywheel, because they would have spent best part of £1,000 on it. I mean, just for timing chain, clutch kit, and flywheel, you're looking at £2,000. That's like the value of my E91 just there. So yeah, it's just not gonna. It just wouldn't work out financially. So yeah, I'm thinking definitely have to keep the KFC mobile. Paul Kirkman, how's it going? I know you are a regular viewer of the live streams. Hi, George. Loving the channel. Cheers, Paul. I appreciate that, Paul. Which videos in particular are you enjoying? Interested to know which series you've been watching. Is it my newer Porsche stuff? Is it the older BMW stuff? Maybe the Dream Car Garage? build. Let me know which videos you've been enjoying, Paul. If you take a payout for Project KFC, make sure to keep the front reg for memories. Yeah, that's a good point. But apparently, I mean, I don't know how true this is. The previous owner who I bought this from, he said that the reg plate is worth £500 on its own because, well, obviously KFC. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if somebody can confirm. Is a reg plate that has KFC on it worth any money? So yeah, I guess if it is worth £500, I could just scrap the shell and then keep a hold of the reg and sell that. If you can do that, I'm sure you can. Just sold a BMW with M47. Now have a CL 500 mint. Nice one, Alvin. I'm going to be completely honest. Mercedes have never done it for me. Various reasons why, which I can get into if you want me to, but yeah, Mercedes have never really done it for me. They've left you without a daily driver at this stage. Yeah, that's very true, Keith. If they give you a full payout and damaged shelf, I've already read that one. Yeah, but yes, you are very true. I don't have a daily driver at this point. However, I do now have another car on the road. Have to tune in next week to find out which car that is. Paul says got a BMW 46 2005 last year's. Yeah, 2005 was the last year of the E46. Oh, 2005 last year. You got the car last year. Been very much following your videos to service and do work on it. Top man. No worries, Paul. Nice one. So I assume you're watching my older BMW stuff then. Take the money and celebrate. You do not have major injuries. Years ago, I was in such an accident. Repaired the Peugeot 405 turbo diesel with a lot of help from my brother and his boss. Oh, nice one, Gerard. Buy it back and cheap budget build. Yes, that is essentially what's going to be the case. I'm just going to make it look presentable and then, not go any further because there's no point. Like, I'm not going to be paying to get paintwork done or anything like that. If you do that, like, you just waste away all that money very quickly. It's just not worth it on a car that's, like I said, worth about £2,000. You need to value your labor time in correcting the damage. Yes, that is very important, Keith. However, it's kind of my job. I make YouTube videos for all of your entertainment. So it's not just, labor time. It's also, I'm putting work into it to make a YouTube video. I was over 2,800 for my template 123D in June. That does not seem like a lot of money. Was that their first offer? Because you should never accept the first offer. Yeah, they made me an offer, which was £800 less than their final offer. So it just goes to show that you should always ask for them to improve the offer. The 2012 plate E84 I bought drives better than my 2021 plate Toyota RAV4, albeit a lot slower. And I think that's a testament to BMW handling quality. Yes, on the whole, BMWs do handle a lot better. I mean, they're called it was. I forgot what was supposed to be BMW slogan. Ultimate driving machine, but it's now sheer driving pleasure. Yes, that's kind of the understanding there, that BMWs are supposed to be very good to drive. Although I'm not going to lie, their newer stuff, G series stuff, I'm not a fan of it. I've actually had a G Series, a 2022 5 Series. I've had that on hire for the past few days, and it doesn't do it for me. I'm not a fan, if I'm being honest. It feels very numb. Hi, what size headphones are you? As I think I have the same size head. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't even know why I'm wearing headphones. It's you know, you would think I can hear you all like at the moment, but I don't know. It just feels natural to wear headphones. I have no idea what size they are, if I'm being honest. Car, garage, and Boxster videos have been good to watch. Oh, great stuff. Have any other of you been watching the Porsche Boxster stuff? They've been doing pretty well, actually, in terms of views. So I'm quite happy with that. They're actually performing better than what I expected. I thought, obviously up to this point, pretty much done BMW. Obviously, I've done Mini as well. But I thought, die-hard BMW fans, are they going to appreciate a Porsche? I don't know. So I thought, I'll try it anyway. I have to branch out at some point. And I did. And you guys seem to receive it very well. And I'm grateful for that. If, let's say, for example, we sell the Porsche and, we get the next car in the trading up series, any suggestions as to which car I should get soon? When I say which car, I mean which manufacturer. Do I get another BMW, or would that be incredibly boring? Do I get something else like an Audi, a Mercedes? Let me know. Get some comments down. Let me know what I should get next. Or do I get maybe another Porsche? I'm thinking it'd be a good idea to, solidify myself in the German car manufacturer kind of realm, because they're not too far away from each other. Whereas if I was just doing BMWs and all of a sudden I go to, say, Toyota or Honda, I feel like there's no switch over. I mean, let me know if you guys like BMWs, right? You're not going to watch me repairing a Honda or a Toyota, are you? So let me know. Colonel Sanders just called. Hope this makes you feel better. Not too long ago, a client of my dad got a bad crash with his 840i. Oh, sorry, I wasn't yawning at your comment there. I'm just very tired. He did not have any insurance. Wow. He spent more than 1 million NTD, 24 grand repairing it. Jeez. Yeah, you're definitely not in the UK then. You can't drive in the UK without insurance. But that is crazy. Pre-2000 Mercs are a personal favourite here. Never an issue. Whacked 40k miles on an old W Reg C220 CDI and only changed the oil. Yeah, 90s Mercedes are known for being pretty bulletproof, like the diesel stuff anyway. However, they don't do it for me. I feel like Mercedes, for whatever reason, they just age terribly. Classic BMWs, they look so good, whereas Mercs, they just look no. I think even like modern Mercs stuff, it looks so outdated within like 3 or 4 years. I don't know what it is. BMW stuff still looks. I mean, let's have a look at, say, 2010. I'm just going to use the help of Google here. So have a look at a 2010 Mercedes. Right, how can I share my screen with you? Right. I'm sure I can do this. Share screen. Look, this is a 2010 Mercedes E-Class. Doesn't do it for me. And then let's have a look at a 2010 BMW 5 Series. Bear in mind, this could either be an E60 or an F10. That's not a 5 Series. That's a 7 Series, isn't it? This is obviously E60. This is an F10. How much better does that look? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being completely biased because I like BMWs. I don't know. Let's have a look at a 2010 BMW E60 M5. Oh, this is the dream, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that. One day, guys, one day we will acquire that car. Right, we're getting sidetracked here. I bought a Boxster after your video a month ago, lol. Wow, I'd seen your comment actually, Keith. It's pretty crazy. It's a very kind of impromptu decision. You know, you watch one of my videos and you bought, and I hope I wasn't the only reason that you bought a Boxster. But yeah, they are incredible cars for the money. That's for sure. Very, very decent. You know, affordable sports cars. Mitch says, "Hi George, first live. I have seen you. Keep on doing what you do. I have a 2002 Boxster S. I've had it for 22 years. So you've had it from new. Wow, it has 20,000 miles on the clock. Wow, that's crazy. I'm assuming you only take it out on special occasions then." Which, in my opinion, they shouldn't be driven year round. You should only be driving it in the warmer months. What do you say about the N47D20C engine? Reliable? I have it in Project KFC, so watch that and make up your own mind. By an old pre-200 Merc C-Class straight six. Pre-2000, yeah, pre-2000. Yeah, the old Merc stuff is reliable, but nah, it's not for me. I say that, my next car would probably be an old Mercedes. Get a Honda Civic Type R. It's funny you say that because as my second ever car, my kind of dream second car was an EP3 Honda Civic Type R. It never happened for any reason, for whatever reason. Will I ever own one? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure at this point. Any pre-2000 Merc? If you get a Fiat, you will get crazy amount of repair videos. Yeah, probably. I've worked on a couple of Fiats. I've got actually some Fiat Punto. Yeah, you know, exciting stuff, right? I've got some Fiat Punto videos on my channel if you care about those. BMW Z4. I'd like one of them. It'd have to be a 30i though. But then again, I've got the 130i, so would it be that different? I don't think so. Mercs do age terribly, I will agree. Drive one, you'll know. I've driven a Merc. I had a Mercedes E-Class on rental when I went to Sweden. I didn't like it. It would have been like 2022, maybe 2021. I didn't like it at all. It was lights everywhere. The screen was like this big. I didn't like it. I think all that tech's going to go out of, it's going to look very, very dated very, very soon. I wasn't a fan. Did anyone else feel that in general now they just put too much pointless tech in cars? Like, it seems that because the previous model had 10 features, now they need to add 12 features and then 15 features. And a lot of this stuff is such pointless stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, it's nice to have, some creature comforts like heated seats, heated steering wheel, like, what's it, like fully electric reclining seats, things like that. But some of the things that they have in cars nowadays are really just not needed. I'd recommend staying on BMWs as it seems like what your previous videos oriented. I think I was tired. Sorry, Ting. It's actually always when I'm reading your comment as well that I'm yawning. Yeah, I have no kind of reservations. I'm not saying that the next car won't be a BMW or it will be a BMW. At this point, when it comes to the trading up series, I won't sort of predetermine what I'm going to buy. It's just whatever is out there at the time that I'm looking that I feel like I can make some money on. Sometimes you do have to be very, like when I got that Porsche, I was kind of looking for Porsche Boxster S's. I have always wanted to own one, but when I seen one that was that cheap, like I knew it weren't going to last long, and I just had to go and get it. So yeah, sometimes you can sort of half plan what you get in, but most of the time it's just sort of what is out there at the time, basically. Bought your wife an Audi Q2, not bad. Project CL500, worth a look as it's amazing spec. Yeah, maybe. That's got the V8, hasn't it? The CL500. Isn't it a 5-litre V8? A Mazda 6. Not doing it for me, if I'm being honest. I feel like it has to be an exciting car, at least to work on. And it has to be kind of a desirable car. Otherwise, people aren't going to want to buy it, are they? Please get another BMW F chassis. That's a good shout, to be honest. There's a lot of other stuff that I could get. I could get a 1 Series, 5 Series, 2 Series, 4 Series, 6 Series, 7 Series, 8 Series. There's a lot of different things I could get. Yeah, I definitely will do more BMWs for sure. Golf R. I don't know if I'd be excited doing a Golf, if I'm being honest. It just wouldn't. I don't know. It just wouldn't. It's too like cookie cutter. I don't know. It just wouldn't excite me. Audi TT. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to an Audi TT. The old Mercs I've driven go. The old Mercs I've driven go like the stink. Even with relative small horsepower, the torque is on another level, better than BMW in my opinion. Fair comment. At least you can get cheap cars. We have VRT and least you can get cheap cars. We have VRT and every tax. M5 2013 35k. Wait, it costs 35k for a 2013 M5. You can pick them up in the UK for, I don't know. I've seen F10 M5s for around 10 grand. Some of them, probably not that low mileage, but yeah, 10 to 15 grand for sure. You wouldn't say the 2010 BMW M5 has aged well? Really? I mean, I've got a poster of it on my wall, so I would disagree. Must admit, I'm a massive Beamer fan. Love them, but the old school CLK63 Clarkson had and the SL63s do look mega. When I'm the old school stuff, I'm guessing you mean like sort of, is it 2007 to about 2012 with the 6.2 V8? That's the sort of era I'm guessing you're talking about. All right, mate. Just noticed you're live. Watched a few videos on the X5. I'm currently balls deep in one, and that's sat for a year, non-running. Few hours spent diagnosing, and it's running. Nice one, Darren. Well done for doing that. Did you ever chase a big puff of white smoke out of the exhaust? I can't say I've had it myself personally. What about M57? I've done quite a few M57s, to be honest. The M57 is getting a bit long in the tooth now. Is that the saying? Long in the tooth? I think it is. But I wouldn't say no, but bear in mind we're kind of at the price point now where, I mean, I think the Porsche should sell for around 5 grand. I think it has to be worth 5 grand all day. So that would make the next car we buy, we'd have to buy it for around 4 grand. And I think you can get a bit more than a 330D with the M57 engine for 4 grand. I think you can pick them up for 2 to 3 grand. So I think that'd be a step back, to be honest. What about VR6 Golf to modify? Again, I wouldn't say no, but if I had one for the right price, but bear in mind for the trading up series, my goal is to make a profit. So generally when you are modifying cars, you're not going to make a profit from it. You're just spending money on doing something that the next person probably doesn't want. Notice the thread E30 or an EJ9 D series and boost it. I would do an E30. I would love to have an E30. What about BMW 6 Series? Again, another car I'd like to have a BMW 6 Series. Basically a 5 Series, but a coupe. Too much tech, yes. I also don't like modern diesels having AdBlue systems. It's a problem waiting to happen. Yeah, I wouldn't have a modern diesel car, if I'm being honest. I think probably on that tipping point, 2015, 2016, after that, I just wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother with the diesel. They obviously made the emissions tests a lot more stringent after that. And I don't think they sell too many diesels now, to be honest, from new. They're mostly petrols and hybrid petrols and obviously electric, but people aren't buying electrics. So I think the way forward for modern stuff is hybrid petrols until they can obviously find a solution to nitrogen combustion. But yeah, old diesels are just great, aren't they? Like 10+ year old diesels, they're just great. They just keep chugging along, reliable, great on fuel, and once sorted, they last forever. More so than EGR valves. Yeah, I agree. Yes, George, that Boxster S is a garage princess. I also have a BMW Series 220D Coupe manual, year 2020, the last of the rear wheel drive. Has a lot of spec, reverse camera, parking sensors, park assist, etc. Nice. And you had it from new as well. Nice. Yeah, I've got a mate who's got a 2 Series as well, 220D. They are nice. You could go and buy a Toyota Century with a V12, George. I've already scratched the V12 itch. I don't know how many. I mean, how many of you even knew I had a? Well, I still have a V12, the 760 Li. I have. Do any of you even know I have that car at this point? Because it hasn't been on the channel for a good while, so I don't know how many of you who watch the videos on that still know that I have it. Yeah, I have a 6-litre V12 760 Li. Totally agree on added features. It gets difficult to teach clients whenever Dad brings me along to deliver their cars. I totally failed to catch up with ID8. Yeah, not for me, new cars. V8 5-litre 2005. Oh, that's the SL500, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was a 5-litre V8. You might want to take a rest. I know I have to rest now. The E60 Dad had sold over time, didn't age well, at least on the repairing parts. They do require maintenance, but any old car does. No fault will only affect your renewal, so shop around for a cheaper deal. Yeah. It's a good point. I always shop around there, to be fair. My insurance has came down quite a bit. I'm sure it was something like, I think for KFC that was 400 and something pound for the year. The Porsche was even cheaper. That was £340, I think, for the year. Yeah, I think that was a similar sort of price to the 130i, actually. It's crazy how these, like, performance cars, you think the insurance would be a lot more, but it's actually less. I think the 760, the V12, I think that was like quite cheap as well to insure. But yeah, 130i, I think that was the cheapest car I've ever had to insure. And it was the most expensive. My first car, of course, the 1-litre Corsa, 59 horsepower. It's flying in that thing. Don't go electric anyway. Don't worry, Alvin. No plans to go electric. If I go electric, my channel will die. It would die a very fast death. If you want to trade up, the first car you should buy is an Igo or the Pug Citroen equivalent. Sell like hotcakes and reliable and easy to work on. What do you mean if you want to trade up the first car? Who's popping? Have you not been watching my channel for the past 2 years? We're at car 4, I think. E46, E60, F31, Boxster S. Yeah, we've done 4 cars and the Boxster is almost finished. So we'll be moving on to car number 5 soon. So I won't be starting from something like an Igo or a Pug. We're already way past that. You said you're a new viewer. Don't shoot you. I'll save you some slack. But yes, we're already on car number 4 at the moment. Like I said, I'm thinking the Boxer should sell for around £5,000. So the next car we buy, we'll try and buy it for about 4, spend about 1,000 on it, hopefully sell it for about 6. That's sort of the method that I've been using so far, and it's been going quite well. So yeah, I'm eager to really push on with this series because I don't know if anyone on YouTube ever in all of history, I don't know if anyone's actually ever completed a trading up series. Obviously, I've been doing mine already for over a year. It's been definitely over a year, but we haven't stopped. Like, we're still going. We're going strong as well. I said it will probably take a few years to trade up to my dream supercar, but we are going to get there. We're not going to stop until we've got there. I'm determined. I'm determined to do it. Things are going well. Right, let's get through a few of these last comments, then we will wrap things up. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed jumping on the live stream tonight. It's been good to talk to you all as always. I'm so sorry, guys. Got my M47 520D Touring just past 202k. Hoping for many more miles. Yeah, Jason, he's only just run in. You will easily get 400,000 miles on that. Easy. H2O system. Any got one? My mate has a van that run on water. Hydrogen. So I don't know any. I don't know. I don't think water is combustible, but hydrogen, on the other hand, is. I have a dead Audi TT 2-litre diesel 09 plate with an electrical fault that's cheap, says Keith. Are you proposing that I buy that Audi TT from you that's cheap, Keith? Yeah, I mean, how much is that going to be worth? I mean, how much is like the top price for a 2009 Audi TT going to be? 4 grand, maybe, fully fixed up. So I don't think that's a step forward. It's kind of a side step / step backwards. Car insurance for new drivers is expensive. I paid £1,200 in 2005 on a 1.2 Renault Clio. It's only gone up. I feel sorry for new drivers. You think that's a lot? £1,200 in 2012, I think it was. I paid for a 1 litre Corsa £3,200 for the year. Was it for the year or was it? Yeah, it was for the year. Is it I think it was 3,200 for a year for 12 months, or 2,800 for 10 months. I'm not sure which one I went with in the end, but yeah, over 3 grand for a year on a 1 litre Corsa. Crazy. 1,200 in 2005 sounds like 3,000 in 2012. No chance. Inflation didn't go up like 300% in 7 years. Best of luck in 6 days. Appreciate that, Alvin. Yeah, for those that don't know, by the way, I'm getting married in 6 days' time. I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. Damien, Land Rover Defender. For those that know me, know that I have always wanted a Land Rover Defender. I've always wanted a 110 Land Rover Defender van. I want a van because I'm not bothered about having passengers in the back. I'd quite like 3 seats at the front, but I would like a van because I'd like to convert it into a bit of a camper. You know, probably wouldn't have the bed in the back, because I don't think even a 110 would be long enough for my length. I'm 6'4", so I'd probably have to lie diagonally and curl up to try and fit in there. So I think I'd probably have a tent box on top and then use the back as a bit of a, kitchen space slash, somewhere to sit, I guess. But yeah, I definitely want a Defender, and I will get one at some point. Maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But yeah, I love a Land Rover Defender. It will happen. This year, my Boxster S is £200 and the 220D is £412 annually. Yeah, it's crazy how cheap the Boxsters are to insure. I think it's because I think they have classic status now because they're 25 years old. I think that's just why they're so cheap, to be honest. Yes, I'm corrected. 1,200 in 2005 was 2,200 in 2012. Yeah, that seems about right. Possibly. Yeah, I have no idea how much it'd be worth, the Audi TT. What's the easiest way to get a headlight clean from being foggy on the inside? If it's foggy on the inside, unfortunately, you need to wait. Sorry, I'll rephrase. When you say it's foggy, do you mean you just have condensation on the inside? Or do you mean it's cloudy, as in like there's something actually going on with the plastic? If it's just like condensation, then obviously moisture's getting in there somehow. Either a seal's gone or the cap on the back is not on properly. And a quick, easy way, what you can do is just remove one of the caps, put a hairdryer in there and dry it out as a quick, little fix. But long term, obviously, you need to make sure that it's sealed up. Either replace the seal that's failed or make sure it's sealed up properly, basically. Yeah, guys, get your last few questions in. I'm going to wrap things up very shortly. I'm tired. I need to actually get things tidied up and have an early night, because gotta get in the wedding waking up times routine. Yeah, do another couple of minutes and we'll sign out. George, Porsche deemed the Boxster a classic and the parts prices are cheaper from the dealer now. Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, I didn't notice how much cheaper it was, because when I went there, the price was just the price. My insurance went up £200 for the year after earning an extra year's no claims. Very strange, that, Max. I assume you have a car that has been, that is involved in a lot of accidents, or one that's stolen a lot. That's the only thing I can think of, because a lot of people were saying, oh, my insurance on my Range Rover has gone up, or my insurance on my Fiesta ST has gone up. That's because they're stolen a lot more now. Not the inside. The outside glass has gone yellow. Ah, yes, you did say outside. Sorry. Yeah, you just need to polish them. You can wet sand them with like, you could do probably 320 grit, 400 grit, 800 grit sandpaper, and then polish them. If they're not too bad, then just go on with the polish. And you say what polish? Any sort of polish, really. Obviously, automotive polish, not just the stuff that you use for your furniture in your house. Or you can just use like a T-cut or something like that. There's a Defender 127 or 130. Yeah, I know there's a Defender 130, but it's too big, I think. 110 is a good size. I've had new headlight lens sitting in the box for the last couple of months. Winter as an excuse not to tackle this job yet. Have you done this job? Mine's crazed and unrestorable. So you're just replacing the lens. To be honest, I haven't removed an F series headlights. I don't know how they're assembled, but generally you're going to have to heat them up and separate them and then bond them back together. So yeah, good luck on that one, Bryce. I think it's meant to be Faurecia G3 polish on my headlamp glass. Thanks for letting you know. I'm glad you're okay from the accent. Thank you, Ivor. Appreciate it. Right, guys, we are going to wrap things up now. Thanks for watching. Remember to, if you haven't already done so, give it a big thumbs up. We're on 30 likes. There's 23 of you in here. There's at least one of you watching this right now who haven't hit that like button. So stop being shy. Yeah, again, thanks for watching. And also as well, I want to say thanks to everyone who watched my previous video. Thanks for everyone who, commented, making sure that I and my partner was okay. It is greatly appreciated. Obviously never expected to make that video, but yeah, your support does not go unmissed. And yeah, I just very much appreciate it. Right. I get married next week. So next time you will see me on the live stream, I will be a married man, which is, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I guess I'm becoming an adult, a proper adult. Right. Yeah, that's everything, guys. Thanks again to you all. Give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one.